Welcome back to the channel. We continue with our little series here this Sunday of reviewing stocks that we think are worthwhile to keep an eye on as we roll into Monday, the early hours of Monday, and we make up plans for the week and make our picks of stocks that we would like to watch in the pre-market and when the market opens and throughout the coming week. So one of the companies I am really interested in is Rivian Automotive, and of course everybody or most people know that this is one of the electric vehicle manufacturers that has not only been able to talk the talk but also walk the walk. Rivian Automotive closed last week lower than it began the week, and on Friday it was down almost 3 percentage points. After hours, there was no action in the price of Rivian stock, and so it closed last week at $38.80. If you look at the 5-day graph, you will see that Rivian actually lost quite a bit. At one point, it was trading above $47, and so it lost more than $10 in its stock valuation just within the last week. And if you look at the 52-week range, you can see that Rivian Automotive has traded anywhere between $33.46 all the way up to $179. Average volume has been about 19 million shares that exchange hands on a daily basis, but the volume on Friday was really timid with just about 10 million shares that exchange hands. Now, the EV space is getting really heated in the United States, and this is exacerbated by high gas prices and inflation that hasn't been really reined in. And with the midterms looming, the government has been forced to dip into the strategic petroleum reserves just to get the price of gas at the pump to a reasonable level. But even then, the price of gas is still quite high compared to historic prices. So, furthermore, what we have to think about is going beyond the midterms. What happens after that? The price of crude oil is still very high. It's close hovering around the $100 mark. And with ongoing sanctions on Russia, there is no clear path on how the strategic petroleum reserves will be replenished and how the consumers at the pump will be able to get the price of gas down to a reasonable level. Bear in mind, in recent years, SUVs and crossover vehicles, which are usually very big in size, have been very, very popular in the United States. Full-size pickup trucks also are very, very popular, and those are not cheap on gas. Hence, the reason why there is this rise and in interest in electric vehicles. Tesla is doing extremely well, but so far it has been very difficult, even for very promising companies that are well financed and have deep pockets, to break into the EV space. Chip shortages, changing battery chemistries, the global pandemic, all of those factors play together to disrupt the global supply chain. So even if a company had all the competent people and the factory ready to go, sourcing all these parts from a global parts bin has been quite a challenge. So Rivian has proven that it can actually build very good quality vehicles, and it can actually supply these vehicles to customers. You have the R1T, which is the truck, and you have the other version of the R1, which is a R1S, which is an SUV. So far, I have only seen deliveries of the R1T, which is the truck version of the vehicle that Rivian Automotive produces. Sandy Monroe, one of the gurus who helps with supply chain and manufacturing issues with global automotive manufacturers, was really impressed with the Rivian R1T that he bought. He was gonna take it apart, to see what difficulties Rivian might have, with ramping up production. That's what Sandy Monroe does. He takes apart these vehicles and then tries to analyze and see how difficult or how much more efficient manufacturing parts or certain components can be. But he was so impressed with the build quality of the Rivian R1T that he said he's not going to take it apart. He's just going to use it as his primary vehicle. So with the stock at 38.80, $38.80, and ending neutral in the after hours after the close of business on Friday, I would venture and say that Rivian might be on a reversal here. So the stock might actually start picking up sometime next week. The thing with EV stocks is that when they start running, they run fast and they run hard. So it's up to you to do your due diligence, look at the market, look at the global economy, and even the political conditions around the globe, and decide for yourself. Do you think that Rivian Automotive will have a good week this coming week? As of now, the main catalyst with Rivian Automotive will be how many vehicles can they deliver on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, because with each new delivery, that is how the confidence in the company is built up in the stock market and in the with shareholders. So I would advise keep a close watch on this one this coming week. And for me personally, I think the stock will start seeing some a rise in its value. Thanks for joining me, guys, on this review as we plan our coming week and make our stock picks for the coming week. Please, 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 if you find any value in the information we share on the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the thumbs up button below. Also, if you share this video with your friends, loved ones, people you are in investing groups with, it might help to spread the good word, and that way we can all enjoy in case Rivian Automotive stock actually takes off. I do appreciate you taking time on your Sunday when you should be relaxing to join me in reviewing Rivian Automotive and see what the perspective might be or plan for next week, and hopefully the stock starts rising and all of us will be on in the green. Catch you guys on the next video. Bye for now.